Madam Speaker, today I rise in support of H.J. Res. 87, a resolution providing for congressional disapproval under Chapter 8 of Title 5, United States Code of the rules submitted by the Environmental Protection Agency relating to California State Motor Vehicle and Engine Pollution Control Standards, California Heavy-Duty Vehicle and Engine Emission Warranty and Maintenance Provisions, California Advanced Clean Trucks, Zero-Emission Airport Shuttles, Zero-Emission Powertrain Certification and Waiver of Preemption Notice of Decision, sponsored by my friend from the great manufacturing state of Michigan. In general, what makes these California rules have such an outsized impact on the rest of the country is that under Section 177 of the Clean Air Act, other states can opt in to the California standard. So not only does California dominate because of its sheer size, but when a handful of other states opt in, the California standard becomes the de facto national standard for the United States. It's my understanding on just this California EPA waiver for trucks, 10 states, Colorado, Maryland, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Washington have opted in to this regulation. This is concerning to me because it seems that California is being given superstate status vis-a-vis the other states of the Union. States can opt into a proposal of the privileged state or the superstate, but are not able to request a preemption or a waiver from the federal government on their own. This is either the national standard or the California standard. Those are the only two you can have. It does not allow for individual states to become the laboratories of innovation and democracy as was seen fit and as it was believed to be the case for our federal system. I believe, Madam Speaker, that the states should be equal. I am not so sure that we need a superstate imposing its preference on the rest of the country. If that's what we want, why not cede all authority to California and disband the United States Congress? Either way, having parallel state vehicle regulatory systems is what really causes manufacturers and big fleet operators to be concerned. Now, specifically on this California Advanced Clean Truck Rule. This rule creates a complex credit trading system where truck manufacturers must buy or generate zero-emission truck credits just to have the privilege of doing business in the state. At the end of the day, this rule is very restrictive on traditional diesel-powered trucks. By 2035, this rule ends up requiring electric big rigs to make up 40% of the class sales. Now, I'm not here to tell you that electric trucks don't have their place. We all know they do. Yard trucks in particular might be an application where electric trucks have an advantage, perhaps in certain city delivery situations. Those delivery routes could be done with electric vehicles. But that should be a business decision, not the decision of a waiver granted by bureaucrats from Washington to a superstate to dictate to the rest of the country what our policies should be. Unfortunately for the independent owner-operators and small trucking companies, this mandate for electric trucks comes with a very expensive price tag. A new diesel big rig costs about $180,000. Electric big rigs can go anywhere from $200,000 to $400,000. That price tag is going to hit the independent driver, the small owner-operators and the small fleets hard. Trucking is a relatively small margin business where time on the road equals money. I'm afraid that all of these increased costs could lead to more consolidation in the industry and less competition. Further, these higher rig costs will present a bigger barrier to entry for the owner-operators and small trucking companies who, with current technology, would have more charging downtime, and accordingly, not only are you not able to be on the road, but when you're off-road, you're off for a longer period of time, and time on the road, as I said earlier, equals money. Therefore, it's going to cost more to operate. Now, the big companies might be fine with that, but your smaller companies are going to find it very, very difficult. This regulation throws a wet blanket on truckers' opportunities to share in the American dream of starting their own business, starting out with one truck and building it to 5 and then maybe getting to 10. It gives all the power to the big companies. I believe that this electric truck mandate is going to lead to inefficiency and increased costs on all products that have to be transported over road. So I urge all members to join me in voting in favor of House Joint Resolution 87 and ending this regulatory nightmare. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I reserve.
The gentleman reserved. The gentleman from New Jersey is recognized.